Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. What consumes your mind controls your life. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Never underestimate the power of a positive thought. Celebrate small wins. They pave the path to greatness. The size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. If your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough. If something is wrong, fix it now, but train yourself not to worry. Worry fixes nothing. Don't be scared because you don't have all the answers right away. You will learn through your experiences and find your own way to happiness. Look at life through the windshield, not the rearview mirror. The mind is everything. What you think you become. You train people how to treat you unconsciously or not. Perceive failure as a valuable teacher and a stepping stone to success. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. I survived because the fire inside me burned brighter than the fire around me. Receive without pride. Let go without attachment. If you are impatient, life will always be harder. Patience can do wonders. Don't ruin your health in order to earn money. You will end up spending your money to recover your health, and that is not reciprocal. Judge your success by the degree that you're enjoying peace, health, and love. Live life the way you want to live it, because even people who care for you can't be with you every step of the way. Failure is a bend in the road, not the end of the road. Learn from failure and keep moving forward. You are your best thing. Don't get emotionally attached to anyone. People change. Even your best friends can turn into strangers one day. Think about the expanse of time and how brief, almost momentary, the part marked for you. Rather go to bed without dinner than to rise in debt. No matter what good you do to people, they will only remember your mistakes. There's always time to change your path. Don't get married because you think it's something you have to do. Don't borrow anything you can't afford to replace. 3 things never come back: time, word, and opportunity. Therefore, do not waste time, choose words, and do not miss the opportunity. Make my enemy brave and strong, so that if defeated, I will not be ashamed. You may not get the answer, so you just have to wing it. Always pay off your credit card debt. It'll save you trouble later. Not everyone is down for you like they say they are. Don't try to fit in where you're not wanted. A salary is the drug they give you to forget your dreams. Don't marry after 40 because marriage is not provided by nature. You never lose your strength. Sometimes you just forget you have them. Silence is the best answer to someone who doesn't value your words. If you aren't afraid of dying, there is nothing you can't achieve. The greatest of follies is to sacrifice health for any other kind of happiness. Embrace uncertainty. Some of the most beautiful chapters in our lives won't have a title until much later. May you live all the days of your life. The only place where your dream becomes impossible is in your own thinking. When you have a dream, you've got to grab it and never let go. Little minds are tamed and subdued by misfortune, but great minds rise above it. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do." The world breaks everyone, and afterward, some are strong at the broken places. If the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. If you're going to get angry about something, think to yourself, will I remember this in 10 years? Your response to heartbreak matters. Reputation is what other people know about you. Honor is what you know about yourself. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. We cannot become what we need to by remaining what we are. Don't let emotions affect your life, no matter if those emotions are your own or someone else's. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Don't base your own self-worth on the opinions of others. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Why let go of yesterday because yesterday has already let go of you? You learn more in 1 hour of doing than in 10 hours of listening. Don't let small minds convince you that your dreams are too big. Choose your pain, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. If you hate, then you have been defeated. The hardest thing to learn in life is which bridge to cross and which bridge to burn. Life is tragic or comic, depending on your perspective. You attract what you are. If you want to attract better, become better. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Your talent determines what you can do. Your motivation determines how much you are willing to do. Your attitude determines how well you do it. Be not afraid of life. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you too can become great. People treating you poorly is a reflection on them, not you. Do not let the memories of your past limit the potential of your future. You are always stronger and more resourceful than you give yourself credit for. If each of us sweeps right under our feet, the whole world will be clean. There is no traffic jam along the extra mile. To be lost in spiritlessness is the most terrible thing of all. Be alone until you're valued. Don't be afraid to be alone. Being by yourself is far superior to being with crappy people. Your value is not determined by someone else. Sometimes you just have to let stupid people be stupid. Rule your life with your mind, not with your feelings. Pay attention to the negative signs that people give off and immediately disconnect from them. It will save you a lot of pain and, more importantly, wasted time. Accept what is, let go of what was, have faith in what will be. Don't make one person the center of all your happiness. Don't make them the reason why you are happy, because once that person walks away from your life, you're left with nothing. If you want love, give love. If you want truth, be truthful. If you want respect, give respect. Don't prepare the road for your kids. Prepare your kids for the road. Each new level of your life will require a different you. Never take someone's feelings for granted. You never know how much courage it took to share them. Enjoy every bit of your life to the fullest. Your compromises and sacrifices will be rewarded. Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Temperance is the first step of virtue, which is the beginning of moral perfection. Life gets better once you stop assuming you will always have more time later. Be proactive. Each day should be a step forward. Things rarely change for the better in your life unless you change them. Your struggle is part of your story. Don't give up. You are closer than you think. The woman who secretly likes you has 3 signs: in her eyes that sparkle like stars, in her smile that lights up the room, and in the way she listens to you as if every word you say is precious. The person who writes often has to stand alone. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The most painful state of being is remembering the future, particularly the one you'll never have. Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them. Just find a new way to stand. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. He who has a why to live for can endure almost any how. If people took away the pain they caused you, you would lose the strength you gained. Forever is composed of nows. The people with the worst past can create the best future. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. You need to have faith in yourself. Be brave and take risks. Actions are the seeds of fate. Deeds grow into destiny. The trouble is if you don't spend your life yourself, other people spend it for you. Never limit your view of life by any past experience. Being defeated is often a temporary condition. Giving up is what makes it permanent. Almost every successful person begins with 2 beliefs. The future can be better than the present, and I have the power to make it so. Each life is made up of mistakes and learning, waiting and growing, practicing patience, and being persistent. The more you are interested in others, the more interesting they find you. Beauty is nothing. Beauty won't stay. You don't know how lucky you are to be ugly, because if people like you, you know it's for something else. If you hate starting over, stop quitting. Only time can heal what reason cannot. The world you desire can be won. It exists, it is real, it is possible, it is yours. Divide each difficulty into as many parts as is feasible and necessary to resolve it. Not everyone will like you. That's life. Stop being okay with everything. Only dead fish go with the flow. The people who mind don't matter, and the people who matter don't mind. Positive anything is better than negative nothing. To give out someone else's secret is a betrayal. To give out yours is stupidity. Don't be afraid of a shadow. It just means there's a light nearby. The highest, after all, is not to comprehend the highest, but to do it. You never lose your strength. Sometimes you just forget you have it. Let us never forget that government is ourselves and not an alien power over us. The ultimate rulers of our democracy are not a handful of politicians, but the millions of men and women who cast the ballot. Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. Strong people are always simple. Love means supporting each other's dreams. It's always too early to quit. Say please and thank you often. Even the smallest lie can break the biggest trust. All you have is the now and what you do with it. Life is a shipwreck, but we must not forget to sing in the lifeboat. What we think, we become. Get up from the table slightly hungry, and you will always be healthy. 10 people speaking make more noise than 10,000 who are silent. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. Sometimes it's a blessing to not get what you want. The thing that cowardice fears most is decision. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man. No is one of the most powerful words in existence. Don't be a people pleaser. Just because you got away with a bad decision doesn't make it a good decision. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. We become what we think about most of the time, and that's the strangest secret. I don't feel that it is necessary to know exactly what I am. The main interest in life and work is to become someone else that you are not in the beginning. Life gives you lots of chances to screw up, which means you have just as many chances to get it right. At the end of the game, the king and the pawn go back to the same box. Adversity is like a strong wind. It tears away from us all, but the things that cannot be torn, so that we see ourselves as we really are. The most authentic thing about us is our capacity to create, overcome, endure, transform, love, and be greater than our suffering. Once ignored, never impose. The human soul develops until death. When you blame someone else for your problems, you're giving them power over you. You're allowing them to define and dictate your happiness and well-being. Being kind to yourself is the best medicine. There is nothing that teaches you more than regrouping after failure and moving on. Regrets can linger for a lifetime if you don't learn to forgive yourself and others. Speak your mind even if your voice shakes. Listen to your conscience and do the right thing, no matter the cost. There's only one thing more precious than our time, and that's who we spend it on. It is easier to prevent bad habits than to break them. There are two types of pains, one that hurts you and the other that changes you. If you want to find happiness, find gratitude. When you find no solution to a problem, it's probably not a problem to be solved, but rather a truth to be accepted. Accept criticism, but never accept disrespect. The strongest minds are often those whom the noisy world hears least. Be kind and generous without expecting anything in return. Whoever undertaking a business hurries to quickly achieve a result will do nothing. To remain in the past means to be dead. A wise man can learn more from his enemies than a fool from his friends. Don't make a permanent decision based on temporary emotions. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorns have roses. There are no limits to what you can accomplish, except the limits you place on your own thinking. The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. If your heart is broken, make art with the pieces. Be kind to unkind people. They need it most. Those who bring sunshine into the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. When you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Do not take life too seriously. You will never get out of it alive. The world you desire can be won. It exists. It is real. It is possible. It is yours. Learn how to say expletive it and mean it. We are all the bad guy in someone's story. Focus on improving yourself, not proving yourself. No man was ever wise by chance. Sometimes you need to stop seeing the good in people and start seeing what they show you. Believe nothing you hear and only one half that you see. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. Thanks for watching. To make sure you don't miss any future videos, please click the circular subscribe button in the middle of the screen. You can also check out more videos on the left or our playlists on the right. Don't forget to like and share to help us spread the word. Thanks you.